I like to take a look at and go to local industrial auctions to see if I can get some tooling at a good price. Most of the auctions that I go to are in Washington State, since I'm located in the Puget Sound. A recent auction that I was made aware of was in British Columbia, Canada. I haven't gone into Canada before to purchase and import anything, but it was a pretty big industrial facility and auction. This facility made wheels for Toyota, so I wanted to go up and take a look at it.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Passport to start. Where do you live?
Washington.
And why are you coming up, sir?
The preview and auction.
What does that mean?
There was an auction going on at a facility.
Yep.
I got the flyer for it if you want to see it.
No, it's all good. Just talk to me, man. So is it something relating to work, or are you looking...
Yeah. So I
I
have a machine shop.
Okay.
And there's a company up here that makes, it's a Toyota facility, and they make wheels and stuff, and they're being auctioned off. So they got like cutting tools and inserts, equipment stuff.
That you would use for your business?
Yeah.
I see. What kind of price range do those types of things go for?
Oh shoot, like there was probably millions of dollars worth of equipment in there.
But I'm saying, like, if you were to buy something, on average, would it be thousands?
My budget is probably for this auction around $5,000.
Okay, fair enough. And would you be purchasing that today?
No, this is the preview.
Oh,
so the auction is going to be Thursday and Friday.
Okay, have you come up and done this in Canada before?
No, not in Canada.
So what I would suggest to you is that if and when you do go through with it, it's probably going to be a commercial import back down to the States. So when you go back down with the items, you're probably going to have to cross a Pacific Highway. So look into seeing if there's any kind of special paperwork that you...
Oh yeah, that's one question I was going to have. Yeah, and like if I buy stuff, the import stuff going on with that.
So because you're importing it to the States, you'd have to ask those guys on the way down. But at least if you're up here and you do the preview, you can get a gist of what you're after. And when you go down there, ask them their process, because theirs is different than ours. But you would likely have to cross over at Pacific Highway Commercial to truck.
Oh, so the commercial route? That I saw that they had that turn off for the commercial.
Right.
So that's also for, like, if I was going to be importing anything.
For your business.
For my business.
Like equipment, anything of value, stuff like that.
Okay.
You go through there because it's a different process, because the taxes are different. Like
yeah.
For us up here, when people bring in commercial goods, they just pay federal tax. They don't pay provincial tax. So it's cheaper, but it's different paperwork and a different stream. You got to give your business number and that sort of thing. So look into that, just so you don't get caught off guard coming back with a bunch of stuff and then you're not able to bring it in, because you know the paperwork, etc. So just explore that anyways, would be my advice.
All right.
So how long are you up here for on this particular trip?
Just a few hours. I'm going to be driving back today.
Do you have a COVID test?
No. But I filled out that Arrive Canada thing.
Yeah.
And I had an exempt thing that it said on there.
Well, you selected trade or transport, but in what way are you trade or transport?
For that auction stuff.
To go to an auction preview?
Oh, is that not qualified?
I wouldn't say so. Trade or transport would be like truck drivers, you're bringing up special equipment to go to a hospital.
But like I'm fully vaccinated and all that.
Yeah. But you still need a test. This is the thing. Because you selected trade or transport, I'd argue you're not trade or transport. Because this isn't regular for you either. You're not coming up here because you have to. You're coming up here because it's a convenient thing for you to do to benefit your business, but it's not like you must, otherwise, the economy's going to collapse because you're transporting goods that's vital to sustaining stores, stock shelves, and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say that's a no. Yeah, but you need a test, man. You need a test to come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the preview is only like yesterday and today. So if that's the case and I get turned around, then I'm not going to be able to do the preview.
Yeah, for sure. And even if you did qualify for trade or transport, if you weren't in like a truck where it was obvious, you would have to bring up paperwork from your business as to why you meet that exemption, essentially. So it's on you to prove to us that we meet that, not us to ask you questions and try and squeeze you in. You know what I mean? But yeah, you need a test, dude, unfortunately.
Okay. So that means you're going to turn me around?
I'm going to have to turn you around, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, we do have a flyer that we've made up that has like a dozen different places locally where you can go get tests done.
Well, they're not going to be turning around that quick, though.
Some can do them within like an hour, hour and a half.
So
it's not a promise. You'd have to call around.
You can get me tested within an hour?
I can't get you tested. It's up to you to call around to the different places we have on our list and see what the turnaround times are. And then it would be contingent on that. But you would have to wait for your results before you come on.
Let me see. The preview's until 5, so if I could get it within...
Yeah, so we got...
If you can give me that information, I can get...
We got like 10 places with phone numbers, and just call around and be like, look, how fast can you get this to me, kind of thing. And then if that works out, then you're definitely welcome back. Okay.
Okay.
Point the red Honda from 3, return to US, no PCR. Can you give a list of the testing sites? Alright, so let's down the other way. It's going to be the red one from 3. It's going to need testing site list 2, please. Okay, so there you are. Go see my buddy up by the police car. He'll go in the booth and get you the handout. And then good luck.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks, man.
US?
Yeah, he wants me to get tested.
Yep, so you're going to loop all the way around. When you get close enough to the arm, it'll automatically go up, okay?
Alright, thank you. Now, when I was filling out the app, I noticed an exemption status for trade or transport. And I figured since I was going up there for business, it looks like I might not need to get a COVID test, which I thought was great because I didn't want to have to deal with the hassle and the time involved with getting a COVID test. But it turns out I don't qualify for that, and so I'm going to have to get that done.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Can we get the mask down real quick? And your card. Appreciate it. Where's home?
Washington.
Purpose for travel?
So I just got turned around. I was going up there to a preview and auction, but I didn't have my COVID test.
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
Okay, drive safe.
All right, thank you.
See you later.
Have a good one. So the auction took place online, and I bid on some stuff based on the description and pictures. I did wind up winning some items. So I got the invoice, got it paid for, and went and got my PCR COVID test, which took over 2 days to get the results back. And I only have a 72-hour window, which is 3 days from the time the test is taken until it's not valid anymore for entry into Canada. And I only have until 1:30 today to get into Canada. Hey, how's it going? What?
Where is your home?
Washington.
Where are you going?
Delta. I'm going to pick up some stuff from an auction.
Okay, let me see your face, sir. Thank you. How long will you be here?
A couple hours.
How much cash are you traveling with?
Probably like $70 or something.
Travel with a gun.
Oh, no.
You got anything with you you're going to drop off, leave, sell, trade, or give away? What kind of stuff are you picking up?
So this is the ticket.
Oh, okay. That's already paid for, yeah.
Yep.
All right. You got a negative COVID test you can show me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. When's the last time you came here?
Well, I came up like I think a week or so ago, but I got turned around because I didn't have a COVID test yet.
Do this, the arrive can thing?
No, I don't got that.
I'm gonna do that. So you go down to the plane, go to the Starbucks, use their free Wi-Fi.
I started.
What kind of phone have you got?
So I did download the app, and I filled out my information and everything.
Yeah, you got.
But then when I went to do the pass,
Yeah.
it wanted a what is that? Like one of those quarantine location, right?
Yes. So
And
what
I'm
you
like,
do is
well,
you
I don't
pick-
have a quarantine location, but
So
I'm
what
like,
you do is you pick the closest hotel to the place you're going to. The idea of that is if we call you up and say, oh my God, you've been exposed to COVID, then you would quarantine there.
yeah, and I was like, I'm only gonna be here 2 hours.
I know that, but the thing is, if we find out you've got COVID, you ain't going back. You're getting quarantined. Now, what's the chances of that happening? 1 in a billion?
Yeah.
So it's not really probably going to happen, but the system requires that all that information is in there, otherwise...
So I
you
just
can't
pick a
come in.
hotel.
Closest one. So you're going to zip back down, go into plane, go to the Starbucks, use the free Wi-Fi, research where the closest hotel is to that location, put that address, come back and see me. I'll see you in about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Point, vehicle 1, return to US, arrive can not complete. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. So that's all you do is research the closest one, put in that address, you know, and then come on back and see us.
All right. Thank you.
Just turn left over the pickup truck straight ahead.
All right. Thank you. All right, so to get into Canada, you need to download their ArriveCan app, and then you need to put in your passport information, which links your account to the passport. And then you need to put in your vaccination cards and information. And then you need to answer some questions and pick a quarantine location. And then once you have all that information filled out, you should be good to go to get into Canada. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Doing good.
You have your car travel document with you. We got a passport card for Joseph. Joseph, can you pull down your mask for me real quick? Thank you, Joseph. Joseph, man, that's grown, huh?
Yep, that's
Joseph,
right.
where's home for you, sir?
What?
Where's home for you?
Washington.
Okay, and where in Canada did you go?
I got turned around because I didn't fill out the app,
Oh, okay.
so I actually have to loop back around.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
and
it's-
what's in Canada for you? Why are you trying to go there?
So I'm picking up some stuff from an auction.
Oh, okay. How long are you planning to be in Canada?
A couple of hours.
Okay. Any alcohol, tobacco in the vehicle, drugs, narcotics, or marijuana? What about firearms, sir? All right. Well, I'll get you down the road so you can loop back around. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Where's the best place to loop around?
Blaine City Center, stay on the right lane, look for like the loop around, the wraparounds or the roundabouts, and the second roundabout, and head back to Canada.
All right, thank you. Now, not having my quarantine location filled out in the app and then having to loop back around, this cost me 2 hours. And I just made it back within an hour and a half of my window to get into Canada.
Hey there, how are you doing, sir?
Pretty good, how you doing?
Not bad. You got your ID on you? Hey. Where do you live?
Washington.
What brings you to Canada?
So I'm picking up some stuff from an auction.
An auction? Which one?
I got this paperwork here.
You got documents? Just show me that then. What are you picking up?
That stuff. Some tooling and some electric motors.
How long do you plan to be in Canada for?
A couple of hours.
Just to do this? Anything else?
No.
No?
Well, I might eat lunch. It's been a while.
Okay. Do you have a PCR test?
Oh, yeah.
What are you bringing in with you?
I don't really have much with me.
I know there's not much in this truck, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol, tobacco at all?
No.
Guns or weapons?
No.
Is the back tailgate down?
You can lift it up if you want.
Huh?
You can lift it up if you want. There's
Is it
nothing in
open?
there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was locked or not, right?
No.
Probably locked.
No, it doesn't have a lock on it. It's just hard to lift.
Huh?
It's just hard to lift.
Oh, it's just hard. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't lock it?
No.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, she's really heavy. Fuck. Alright, dude, have a good trip.
All right. Thank you.
Turn left. You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm here to pick up some stuff from the auction.
Park there, park there and sign in. I'll take you in then.
All right, thank you. All right, so I finished picking up my stuff and now I'm going to be heading home. So when this facility came up for auction, I found it pretty interesting, being a large automotive facility here in the western part of North America. Most of the automotive production is done in the eastern part of North America, the eastern part of Canada, and the eastern part of America. There's also a good amount done in Mexico, but there's not a whole lot done in the western part of the Americas. So here, for instance, in Washington, most of our manufacturing is aerospace related because of Boeing. It's not a lot of automotive production out here. And then to really get into some of the automotive, there is some down in California. All right, so this is a PSA to everybody. When you're merging and you're ahead of the vehicle on the highway, you should stay ahead of them or accelerate in front of them. But that car that was in front of me and then slowed down really made me nervous. There is more manufacturing in California than Washington. And there is some automotive production in California. with Tesla and Elon Musk. But that's because that's where they got started, and they got a good deal on a old automotive facility. But as you've noticed, their new projects have been places outside of California and outside of the western part of the country. So financially and logistically, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to do automotive production in the western part of America, mainly because the cost of living and thus the cost of production is going to be higher. And that's all up and down the coast. That's in California, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia. The cost of living is just higher. So your cost of production is going to be higher. And then also, you talk about logistics. Most of the production for automotive is going to be out east anyways. So all your suppliers are most likely going to be out east. And so transportation costs, if you put a facility out east, is going to be lower. You know, so it just makes sense to do everything in the eastern part. And when I say eastern, I'm not talking, you know, northeast. I'm talking the southeast, the northeast, Midwest, Texas, all that to me is considered east because it's east of me. Alright, so after my lunch, I tried to get back onto the highway, but I didn't see an on-ramp anywhere. So I just started driving some of the back roads in the direction of the border. And, you know, I got to see some of the Canadian houses and residential area. Now, looking at the history of this facility, I think it made sense when they first built it, because they broke ground on this facility in 1983. And back then, actually, the cost of living on the West, I think, was relatively good. So your costs for production would have been pretty good back then. And then this being a Toyota facility, it probably made some sense geographically because Toyota is from Japan. And when you think about it, British Columbia, Vancouver, and the western part of North America is right across the ocean from Japan. So if they did any shipping across the Pacific, that would have been beneficial. And then also, if you had like executives or people from Toyota in Japan that needed to go to the facility and see how things were going, it'd be a shorter flight than if you had to go back east. So I think it made some sense when they first built it, but you know, the dynamics change over time, and I think it might not have made as much sense to them as it used to. But just some stats on this. It's a 265,000 square foot facility, and they produced aluminum alloy wheels out of this facility. Now, I should say that I don't know for sure what is happening with the facility, whether they're closing it or just retooling it. But from what I could tell, it does look like they are closing the facility because they were auctioning off the majority of the equipment, not just older equipment, but also relatively new equipment.
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing well. Passport, please. And your mask, sir.
What?
And where do you live?
Mill Creek, Washington.
Why'd you go to Canada?
To pick up some stuff from an auction.
And what is it that you're picking up? machinist?
Yeah, so I got a machine shop.
What do
So
you
the-
produce?
What?
What do you produce in your machine shop?
I do job shop work.
Say again?
Job shop work, so like machine parts and stuff like that. I got a CNC mill and a CNC lathe.
Any parts or like specialized parts for?
Oh, what I make parts for like engineering companies and stuff like that.
Oh, so
I don't do any aerospace work.
No, but like vehicle parts. But you just do machining for engineers. They say, here's the CAD drawing, and then you just crank it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then every now and then an auction shows up and I grab some stuff that I can get at a good price. This one happened to be in Canada.
Yeah.
So
What's the value of that? I didn't see.
in Canadian, well, they added the premium, which is what they charge, and then the sales tax and everything else. But in Canadian, it was $1,700 before the premium, and then the tax, and then the total was like 22 something Canadian.
So like 2,500, 2,200. All right. What does that premium mean? What?
So the auction house,
Oh, they gotta make some money.
yeah, that's what they make.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I need to assess a user fee on you because you went up for commercial purposes. Your truck is now considered a commercial vehicle, so you got to pay $13.50 user fee.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you pull over to the right, follow the officer's instructions over here on the right, park, and then please head inside my building over here. Okay?
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Park behind that van.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. You have a good night, all right?
Oh, you too.
Now, I wasn't sure what the rules were on importing goods into the United States from Canada. It turns out that I am allowed to import a certain amount of stuff, but I do have to pay a commercial vehicle user fee of like 13 something, and I think that is pretty reasonable. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one and take it easy.